The bottom line is, no one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you.
Why are you so scared to create? Make that video, write that script, post that reel. Whatever it is that you want to create, just do it, bro. Because at the end of the day, if you sit back and you always worry about what someone else is going to think about you, you're never going to get anything done. If you're waiting for someone else to understand the vision, if you're waiting for someone else to support you, if you're waiting for someone else to have your back about something, fam, it's going to happen. It's going to take longer. Like, it's going to take twice as long, bro. But if you just wake up and you post consistently, if you wake up and you work at something consistently, then I promise you a positive result will happen.
Thousands have come before you and they did just fine. So quit your complaining. And it's not because you have nothing to complain about. That's not the case. It's that that's not the right approach. The fact is, and this is such an optimistic fact, as well as a judgment in some sense, the fact is that if someone else can do it, so can you.
And because you're only ever going to do the things that you feel like doing right now or that feel good right now, unless you understand that you've got to parent yourself, you got to push yourself, you're not going to make your dreams come true. You're just not.
No one's going to come to help me. No one's going to come to help me. It's me against me, period. And so I had to man up. And I said, the first thing I got to start doing is facing every fear I have.
To those who have everything, more will be given. From those who have nothing, everything will be taken. It's like what's very pessimistic in some sense, because it means that as you start to fail, you fail more and more rapidly. But it also means that as you start to succeed, you succeed more and more rapidly. And so you take an incremental step and, well, now you can lift 55 pounds instead of 52.5 pounds. You think, well, what the hell's that? It's like, it's one step on a very long journey.
There is a version of you out there that is awaiting for you to accomplish all these things and tell you, congratulations, you actually did it. You actually did it. You made the sacrifices that were necessary. You didn't listen to anybody. You didn't care to be judged. And even if you did, you kept on going.
And so it starts to compound on you. So a small step today puts you in a position to take a slightly bigger step the next day. And then that puts you in a position to take a slightly bigger step the next day. And you do that for 2 or 3 years, man, you're starting to stride.
It's a compound effect. But if you don't do anything at all and you just stay where you are and you just pray for a miracle to happen, fam, that's not how life works, bro. Faith without works is dead, bro.
I think if you're listening, you're focusing, you just step out your comfort zone a little bit. Who cares if you get embarrassed, you know?
Right, one time. You don't have to figure it all out in advance. You can be wrong. You can pick the wrong career. You can pick the wrong job. You can pick the wrong spouse. You can pick the wrong whatever. But you get it right one time, you're set. But if you don't try, if you don't go out there and try all those different things, you'll never get that one time.
And I'm going to have you sign a contract that says, I want to be a millionaire. I was like, you got to wait 5 years. And you can't make any money between now and then. Would you do it? Every single person can do that. I guarantee you, if you delayed for 5 years and you just provided value to people, you'd be a millionaire in 5 years. But guess what? No one's gonna do it. And that's why most people aren't successful. They did this research study that said that ultra successful people have 3 common traits. Number 1 is they have a superiority complex. They think they're better than everybody. They think they can do bigger things. Second, they have crippling insecurity of not being enough. And then the third one is impulse control. If we can do that, we will be more successful. And the reason that most people don't make money is because they can't wait 12 months.
You need to get to a point in your life where there's nothing on the docket. There's no 5K, there's no I'm gonna get into school to be this or that and still perform to the highest level. Because what people don't get is one day that thing's gonna come up. And if you're not constantly performing without purpose, you're not gonna be ready when the time comes.
Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, don't do that. Don't do that. Just get up, move towards that challenge, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna win. Life without those challenges, it's just existence. Don't just exist. Go live.
two of the most powerful words in the language. I will. Nothing can resist a human will that will stake even its existence on the extent of its purpose. Shortly put, I'll do it or die. See, that's powerful. That could be the day that turns your life around.
The more you focus on what is going right in your life, you're going to keep finding more things that are going right, and you're going to keep finding more things to be grateful for. As much as you possibly can, focus on what is going right, and the things that are going wrong will dissipate. I literally promise.
When you believe in yourself, you believe in possibilities. When you believe in possibilities, you got to believe in yourself. You don't show up for yourself. You don't believe in it.
Yeah.
And that's why people don't do the work. I mean, if you believe that your thoughts create a reality, you would show up every day and create.
Live each day as a life in miniature. Live it on steroids and wake up with gratitude. Thank God I got today is a vote of God saying this is for you. Live it like you dream.
Live it like you dream.
I want to know that I honored the luck I was given by not squandering it, by not wasting it. And that doesn't mean grind to a monetary number. It just means live a fulfilled life where the sleep is sound, the love is real, and every day you're driven with curiosity and purpose. And I don't know what that is, and it could change.
Well, I think a key factor you're talking about here is gratitude.
I was born to honor the luck that I've been given.
Yeah.
And just try to do my best to live a full life.
Just do it anyway. Do it tired. Do it sad. Do it lonely. Do it without a role model. Because if you're waiting for somebody to come along and give you that helping hand, sometimes you're going to be waiting too long.
If you want to be really great at something, you kind of have to be out of your fucking mind, but you also have to have an iron will. You don't want to work out every day. Yeah. There's going to be days you just want to eat cake and sleep. But if you want to get past the guy who eats cake and sleeps, you don't eat cake and you don't sleep.
To succeed, you must fail. In failure and in suffering, all the answers are in there. All the answers to all the test questions. The test is your life. All the answers are in there. You don't have to live in suffering and pain and failure all the time.
So I have a challenge for you. I call it the 12 by 30 challenge. And that means you work 12 hours per day, 30 days, 0 weekends. By the last day, you realize, 1, you aren't made of glass. 2, how much more you could be working. 3, how much faster you could be achieving your goals. 4, how much you could be getting better every single day. 5, you don't need to work like this forever. But if you need to do it for a season or for a reason sometime in the future, you've got that gear in you. And 6, there are people who are working more than you, who are beating you. And you get all of those lessons for the low price of getting more done in a month than you probably did last quarter.
Reality check. Nobody cares about your problems. Nobody cares about what you wear. Nobody cares about what you think. The last thing I'm going to be worried about is impressing some random person that doesn't really even care about me, let alone when I die. None of these people are going to take care of my mom or my family, so why would I care about what they have to think?
No matter how big your dreams, you're going to die. Everyone will move on. Do what you want. It sucks to not be liked, but it sucks more to not be yourself. A friendly reminder that in 3 generations, everyone who knew us will be dead, including the people whose opinions stopped you from doing what you wanted all along. Do it for you.
Are you one of the people who desires to create wealth, or are you one of those people who just desires to have enough money just to be comfortable?
The most important question that you have to ask yourself in life is, how badly do you want what you want? How badly do you want it? Or do you want it at all? You see, there's an awful lot of people who want an awful lot of things. But how badly do they want it? If you want it so badly, if you want it with tremendous intensity of desire, there's really nothing in the world that can stop you from getting it.
Don't let them ever see you with your head down, bro. Get up. You're not tired. Get up. They're watching. You know, your kids are looking for their father to be strong and somebody they can follow. Don't disappoint them, bro. Don't let the troubles of this world bring you down, because there's so many people counting on you to make it. You're not tired. Get up and do it for them. Do it for them.
If you're struggling financially right now, it's because you have no assets and you are an asset. Like your work and your time is your only asset. And if that's all you have, for now, that's fine. But man, if you know this now and you keep on living in 5 years from now, that's still all you have, maybe that's a problem.
Life rewards action, not intelligence. Life rewards action, not intelligence. took me a few years growing up to really learn this. I think my sense in school was I did quite well on exams just through intelligence without having to do a lot of work. And for me, when I was quite young, I valued intelligence over action. And I think one of the dangers is smart people, that the smarter you are, the better your excuses. The more accomplished you are in talking yourself out of taking action, in proving to yourself that every action that you could take is too small, too meaningless, and not worth it. And George Leonard, who brought jiu-jitsu from Japan to the US, one of the things he said is, absolutely, you cannot do everything, but you can do one thing, and another, and another. And that's the way you make massive progress in life, by doing one thing, and another, and another. This idea that life rewards action, not intelligence. I show up and I share them, and the matter that you show up and try and act week after week, month after month, year after year, with a little bit of intelligence, you start to get better and better and better. You start to become more articulate. So this thing, even if the action is poor action, you're going to learn something from it. And it's so easy to talk yourself out of action, but it's so important to remember that life rewards action, not intelligence, not smarts in your brain, but action into the world. And discipline is necessary in our life in order to generate consistent, systematic action. But I think until you measure something that matters, you do not know if you're disciplined. And it's only when you measure something that really clarifies whether you're getting the actions done that you start to realize whether you have discipline or not. So be very careful in evaluating your discipline, your capacity to turn ideas into action by some measure of whether you feel like you're making an effort.
You don't find entrepreneurs in chess clubs. You find them in casinos.
Yeah.
Okay. You find them playing backgammon. You find them playing poker. You find them playing games which involve an element of chance and where the future is, whereas chess, although it requires unbelievable feats of intelligence, right? One, you can't win big. You can be you win a chess game, you get 1 point. Okay. Poker, you can win small, you can win big, you can lose small, you can lose big. It's a difference of degree. Secondly, the skill in poker is to some extent how you respond to random events, not about preparation.
Creating wealth, the idea feels hard until you learn how to do it. And then once you learn how to do it, you ask yourself the question, why did I ever feel like this was hard? I don't know if anybody can relate to what I'm talking about, but like when you're on the come up and you're struggling financially and you're like, I don't get why this isn't working. You don't get why it's not working. But number one reason it's not working is because you don't understand what wealth is. You don't understand the purpose of money. And when you start to realize some of those things, you don't understand the difference between cash flow and cash accumulation and cash perpetuation. Like you don't understand these concepts. You just think, well, money is the stuff you get when you go to work and you trade some of your time, right? And what you do with it is you pay bills, or what you do with it is you pay bills on time and you create good credit. And so
I realized that I couldn't, even with 150, 200 million views, it wasn't that made money, because my story and my personality style was anxious. I felt like it was wrong to make money. Like that's actually what it was. I felt like making money was bad. And so until I got to that.
Did you believe you were worthy of making more money?
I believed I was worthy, but I believed that you had to be bad to make money.
Wow. So you didn't want to be bad. You don't want to have a lot of money and associate, I have a lot of money and I'm bad.
Correct.
I'm bad and wrong and I'm hurting others in order to help myself.
Correct, because good people are poor.
Wow.
Right? Like to be a good person of good character means to not have money.
When you have lack, how do we rewire our brain to create abundance when you have nothing and you don't know how to earn more money? The first thing I think you need to be aware of is that your beliefs dictate your behaviors. So if you believe that money is bad, or people who make a lot of money are bad and take advantage of others, and therefore me having lack right now means I'm a good person and I don't want to become a bad person, then that belief is going to dictate your behaviors and you're going to stay in lack. You're going to stay in scarcity and you're going to see opportunities that only give you just enough, as opposed to opportunities that could create incredible wealth for yourself financially, but also an emotional wealth that you've never had before. So that's one of the things you want to understand is first that your beliefs dictate your behaviors. Biggest shift that will create abundance in your life is a mindset habit in unlocking wealth for yourself. And one of the big lies, or one of the big blocks that holds people back from financial opportunity is that I cannot be generous with my time, my wisdom, my knowledge, or my secrets to others, because if I am, they will take it and run with it, and I will be left with nothing. So therefore, I'm gonna hoard my energy, I'm gonna hoard my time, my knowledge, and only keep it to me so that others don't have good ideas or have my help. And from all the different billionaires and millionaires and financial leaders in the world that I've interviewed, I know you've interviewed a lot of them, there is a question I would always ask individuals who've made incredible amounts of money, and that keeps helping them create more wealth year after year. And they all say the same thing. Those who have had a sustainably good heart in the process is that you have to have a generous mindset. So the mindset habit is the first thing that you have to think about when creating abundance with your money, but also feeling abundant internally. And it's coming with generosity. So if you feel like you're stuck right now, if you feel like you have nothing, this was what you were at 8 years ago when I met you. This was where I was at 15 years ago when I was on my sister's couch. I had no money. I was in student loan debt. I was sleeping on her couch. I didn't think I had any skills. I didn't have a college degree yet. I was like, how am I gonna make money if I don't know how to make money and I don't have any talent or skill and I'm in debt? It didn't understand it. It felt impossible.
When you hyper focus on bills, the focus on bills, your focus on this is what makes you poor. It's like thinking that this is the primary purpose of money is what makes you poor, right? Now, middle class people, what they do is they pay their bills on time so they can maintain good credit. So they use debt. And WRL stands for wealth reducing liabilities. So they take some of their money, they borrow money, and then they pay their debts. And so their money comes in through their job, and then it comes down through the debt window, and then through the outgo window, and then out in the form of bills again. What a lot of people do is they say, well, if I could just make this window bigger, if I could just get more income for the amount of time that I worked, if I get paid a higher dollar an hour. So I was making $15 an hour, so now if I can make $35 an hour, my life is gonna get better. Well, it's gonna get incrementally better, but it's not gonna get exponentially better, right? Or if I can make $50 an hour, or $75 an hour, or $100 an hour. And most people who are making $25 an hour right now, they think, man, if I could make $100 an hour, I'd be in the catbird seat for the rest of my life. So rich people understand that income producing assets, you take some of your money, you take some of your time, and you put it in here. This is where we put that. And when we do this, when you take some of your money and some of your time and put it in here, in the beginning, it produces nothing. And this is why most people never do it. Because when you first start, it's like you can't really ever start making a lot of money until you learn how to stop working for money. And that doesn't mean you stop working, you quit your job because you stop working for money. It means you work on things that don't pay you in the beginning. Because a part of wealth creation, a big part of wealth creation is delayed gratification. You have to put off things you desire to do now, and you have to sacrifice some of the things you want to do now on the altar of things you want to do in the future. What most people do is they do the exact opposite. They sacrifice the long term on the short term, on the altar of the short term. When making your life better in any arena, you sacrifice the short term on the altar of the long term. It doesn't matter if you want to learn a new skill. It doesn't matter if you want to acquire wealth. It doesn't matter if you want to develop. It always goes down to the same thing. Valuing the long term over the short term. Why? Because eternity is more real than time. Because spirituality is more real than physicality. Because that's what it's a picture of. Like, this is bigger than just a conversation about money. This is a conversation about how life works.
You must sweat the small stuff. Why?
I just think it's the most important thing. The tiny things are compounding for or against you in every aspect of your life. Your teeth, your skin, your finances, your relationship. If you didn't brush your teeth today, no one in this room would know. If you didn't brush your teeth every day this week, really, a couple of people might notice, but they wouldn't say anything. No real costs. If you didn't brush your teeth every day for 5 years, your teeth would fall out. You'd be on a dental chest screaming. And the question becomes, when did that happen? It happened today. It's very difficult to find big steps forward. Small things, though. I can stack 100 of those and make 100% gain, as Sir David Brailsford said.
This is the best rule when it comes to habits. There's only 2 that have really, really, really stuck. Never miss 2 days in a row. 1 missed day is an error. 2 missed days is the start of a new habit. At some point this year, I'm gonna miss it. And the rule is, if I missed it yesterday, I have to do it today.